coming up with two home losses, which was disappointing for our team and for our coaching staff. We opened up with Texas Southern on Saturday. I didn't think we played hard like we should have. I thought we had a chance in the game as the game went on. I didn't, going back looking at the film, that was one of the takeaways that we took from the Texas Southern game. We just didn't play hard enough. We didn't shoot the ball well enough from the three-point line. Our outside shooting wasn't there. In the PV game, I thought we came out. I thought we played extremely hard. We got off to an 8-3 start. I think we held them to 3 points for the first maybe 10 minutes. Just flying around, which was good for our team. I thought later on in the game, I think maybe 40 in the 40s, maybe early 50s, somewhere in there. I thought Darius Williams, number 2, hit a couple of threes and kind of broke the game open. But I saw some good signs in the PV game that can help us when we get back on the floor today. And just the excitement and just the flying around on the defensive end, I think that can help us in our Grambling game.
Coach, anything that you want to change up on the offensive end, maybe to try to get some more up-tempo types baskets looking up ahead, or any type of offensive changes that you want to change?
I think the thing with us is in the half-court set. I think that's where we're going wrong. I think we're pushing the ball down the floor. When you go to our synergy, we're great in transition. The problem comes in when we don't score in transition and we have to come back out and call a set, and we're not getting anything out of the set. So what we're trying to change, and what we did over the last couple of days, we brought our guys in, and we know where the problem is. We don't move the ball once we go into our half-court set. We took all of our transition plays, and which is really good. Really, what we made our run against PV was pushing the ball down the court, getting baskets. We got them in foul trouble. I think when Jonas James picked up his 3rd foul and he came to the bench, it gave us a problem or two, because they started pressing, and then we didn't have that quickness on the floor, and then it became a half-court set game.
Talk about Tristan. How was his last 2 games in your eyes?
I think that the biggest problem with Tristan, like I say, in transition, he's really good. In the set, he's good coming out of the set. I think when the set breaks down, he tries to go make something happen. Sometimes he panics, and then he because he knows that he can go get a basket, he doesn't rely on the offense to get a basket. And what happens is all 4 guys are watching him. The 5 guys on the defensive end are watching him. So we get stagnated. We just get stuck. And that's what we are trying to change. That's what we did the last couple of days. We just took all the plays where we ran a set and the ball got stuck with either Roland or Tristan, and then the other 9 guys just stood up and watched. Whether it was all 4 guys on offense and the other 5 on defense, if we can fix that problem, we can really have a good team. The talent is there. It's up to me to figure out how do we move that basketball once we get stuck, once we get in the half-court set, and not rely on just a 1 against 3, 1 against 4. How do we move the ball around and then get a better shot than what we're getting out of our half-court set?
Coach, we've talked about Tristan and Roland Griffin the last couple of weeks. Just talk about a guy like Javius McInnes. He's averaging nearly a double-double the last on the season. So just kind of talk about him a little bit.
I think the thing with Jay is we got to keep him out of foul trouble. I think he starts off the game and he picks up one quick. Then somewhere, we take him out and we put him back, and then he may pick up that second one. So a lot of times he doesn't play a lot of minutes in the first half. Today we brought him in and we pulled all of his films off synergy, where he's making a foul, where instead of him just being in position and kind of just holding his hands up and just, if the guy scores, he scores. If he doesn't, he doesn't. He's holding his hand up and then coming down, squatting down. He's picking up the foul. That was something that we pulled off synergy. We pulled his last 5 games off of synergy, all of his fouls, and they all were the same fouls. He's in great position. It's just that he's coming down with the hammer and he's getting called with the foul. So that was one thing we tried to stress to him in his individual meeting today, was to just stay in position, wall up, hold your hand up, and he's more valuable to us even if the guy scores that basket. And what we told him, if it's late in the game and you got 1 or 2 fouls and you can give a foul, then you can take that chance. But early in the game, we don't need to take that chance.
Coach, Roland Griffin stepped out and hit a 3 the other night. Do you want to maybe try to put him in more situations where he can take the 3 or 15 to 17 feet away from the basket?
You know, that's something that he actually can do. Roland probably one of our better guys shooting the basketball. I think with him, you know, missing the first part of the season, him just getting into a groove, it was more so him trying to find his niche with the team. But he's a guy that can give us something, you know, in the pick and pop, in transition with the 3. So that's something that he can give us, and that's something that we want to add and try to get to. But I think probably with just him missing the first part of the season, then coming in late, he wasn't able to travel. So him just trying to get a feel for the team.
What are some of your concerns about Grambling?
Oh, Grambling. I guess size. You know, they're 7'1" and 6'10" on their back line. So they big back there on the back line. They have one of the better point guards in the league, in Ivy Smith. He's a 4-year starter, you know, preseason player of the year. He's a first teamer last year. He controls the game. So I guess probably that size will be a factor. And then Ivy Smith, what do we do with him in ball screen action? What do we do with him in transition? And then they have good size on the wings. A guy like Prince Moss is probably 6'7". And the other kid on the other side is probably about 6'6". So they got great size. They'll play some zone. They'll play some man. So we'll have to be prepared to play against 2-3 as well as half court man-to-man defense.
Coach, you're 2-4 in conference play right now, and you played arguably the best 2 teams in the conference the last 2 games. And like you said, you know, you have a big game with Grambling this weekend. Just what's your message to your guys to just keep them in it?
The message this week is we're 2-4, and I think Grambling is 3-3. It's a must-win for us. If we can pull this one off, we can tie Grambling at 3-4. Then we got 2 road games that we have to go to Valley and Arkansas Pine Bluff. So the message this week is, you know, just to win.
Coach, you swept Grambling last year in the regular season. Do you see a sort of similar style with the team this year based off what you've seen?
You know what? When you look at it, we were struggling at that point when we went to Grambling. At this point last year, we were coming off the 2 Texas games, Texas Southern Prairie. We lost both of those, which were hard-fought games. We were in a situation where we would do or die, but we had to go to Grambling. And I think it was the thing that really pretty much saved our season last year was going to Grambling, getting a big win. So we in a similar situation. The only difference this time is the game is at Jackson. So same situation with 2-4. We can't afford to go 2-5. It's a home game that we've already lost the last 2. It's a game that we cannot give up home court. So, you know, it's another do or die situation for us. So the next couple of games, all of them are do or die for us.